right, let's get started on our guided class practice. Number 1 reads, the children were walking in pairs. George counted 8 pairs of children. Draw X's to show the children. All right, so we know that the children were walking in pairs. So we know pairs equals what, everyone? You ready? By 2, okay? So George counted 8 pairs of children. So we've got to draw X's to show the children. So we need, what is that, maybe 8 groups? So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they were walking in pairs. So let's go ahead and make another row of X's. And it says, how many children is that? Let's go ahead and count together. And we can count by 2s because they're in groups of pairs. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So we know there were 16 children. Okay, for number 2, it says use the graph to answer these questions. So we're going to use this graph over here. How many children chose skating? So let's look over to the right. Skating. How many children chose skating? So we've got the shaded areas. We know that each block equals 2 children. So let's count the skating children. We've got 2, 4, 6, and that's not 8. That's only half of that. So we know that is just 7. So how many children chose skating? Get ready. Yes, 7. So now it says color the graph to show that 4 children chose skiing. All right, so 4 children chose skiing. So we know one block is 2. So 2, 4. The next question asks, how many more children chose biking than skiing? So let's look at biking. Biking has 10 and skiing only has 4. So it's asking how many more children went like biking instead of skiing. So what we have to do is take the 10, subtract 4, the skiers, and we get 6. So we know that 6 more children like biking better than skiing. The other way you could have done it is just count from here on and said 2, 4, 6. Number 3 says show 7:42 on the clock. 7:42, that means it's almost 8. So let's see. I'll draw my arrow right about there. And then 42. So if we counted around the clock, we know this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and we want 42. That's about right there. So the long hand would be pointed that way. So the time on the clock shows 7:42. Number 4, how much money is this? All right, so we know that this is a quarter, and a quarter is worth how much? Yes, 25 cents. This is a what? Yes, dime. A dime is worth 10 cents. Good. This is a, yes, nickel, and a nickel's worth how much? Yes, 5 cents. This is a, yes, it's another nickel. It's shown on the other side of the face of the coin, and a nickel is worth 5 cents. So let's count, starting out with the highest value first and going down. Get ready. 25, 35, 40, 45. So we know this is 45 cents. All right, so let's go ahead to number 5 and complete the number patterns. Okay, so we're going to look at the end of this pattern, and it shows 703, 704, 705. So that pattern is going up by how many? Yes, 1. So if we want to fill in the blanks before, we can just count backwards by 1. So we can start with 702, 701, 700, 699, 698. And let's go ahead and look at the bottom pattern. We've got 425, 435, 445. That is going up by how many? Yes, 10. So we can go ahead and fill in the rest. So we know we can do 445, 455, 465, 475. And we can just count backwards to fill in the rest of the counting down by tens. 415, 405, 395. Okay, let's go to number 6. It just says find the answers. So 7 times 2 equals 14. 9 times 2 equals 18. 8 times 5 equals 40. 5 times 2 equals 10. Okay, and over here we've got a couple of a subtraction problem and an addition problem. So we know we can't take 3 from our 0, so we have to borrow from the 8. So we're going to change that 8 to a 7, bring the 10 over to the ones column. 10 minus 3 equals 7, and 7 minus 2 equals 5. This problem is addition, so let's add 8 plus 2 equals 10. We have our 0, we bring that 1 right on top. We can add the 4 and the 1 to equal 5. 5 plus 3 equals, yes, 8. Then we add 7 plus 1 equals 8. So the answer is 880. All right, we're all done for today. Make sure you take the math fact assessment for lesson 115-1. Make sure you do it on your own and do your best.